Hello everyone. Welcome to my English Speak Better YouTube channel. Today we will learn English with listening practice for Europe cuisine food ordering and discussing. Here is the list. Part 1. Italian lasagna, risotto, bruschetta. Part 2. French ratatouille, quiche, crepes. Part 3. Spanish tapas, gazpacho, tortilla española. Part 4. Greek moussaka, souvlaki, tzatziki. Part 5. German bratwurst, schnitzel, pretzels. Part 6. Turkish doner kebab, baklava, meze. Part 7. Portuguese bacalhau, pastel de nata. Italian lasagna, risotto, bruschetta. I'd like to order the lasagna, please. Could I have the risotto with mushrooms? Do you have any bruschetta as an appetizer? What do you recommend, lasagna or risotto? Is the lasagna made with beef or vegetables? How creamy is the risotto? Can I get the bruschetta without garlic? Is the portion size large? The lasagna is rich and full of flavor. This risotto is so creamy and perfectly cooked. The bruschetta tastes fresh and really crunchy. I love how the tomatoes add a sweet and tangy flavor. It's a bit heavier than I expected, but delicious. The herbs really bring out the flavor of the dish. This is one of the best Italian meals I've ever had. French ratatouille, quiche, crepes. I'd like to order the classic quiche Lorraine. Could I substitute the salad for ratatouille? I'll take a crepe with chocolate and banana, please. Is the quiche served hot or cold? Can we get the savory crepe first and the sweet one later? The ratatouille is a light and healthy vegetable stew. The crust of the quiche is perfectly golden and buttery. Crepes are usually served folded or rolled up. The savory crepe filling is very rich and cheesy. This ratatouille tastes fresh, thanks to the herbes de Provence. What kind of cheese is in the quiche filling? Are the vegetables in the ratatouille grilled or sautéed? Do you have any gluten-free options for the crepes? Which sweet crepe filling is your most popular? Could you explain the difference between a quiche and a tart? Spanish tapas, gazpacho, tortilla española. I'd like to order some tapas to share. Could I have a bowl of gazpacho, please? Do you serve tortilla española as a main dish or a tapa? What do you recommend, the gazpacho or the tortilla española? Is the gazpacho very cold or slightly chilled? How many pieces come in the tapas serving? Can I get the tortilla española without onions? Is this dish traditional or a modern version? The tapas are full of different flavors and textures. The gazpacho is refreshing and perfect for warm weather. The tortilla española is soft, hearty, and satisfying. I love the mix of ingredients in these tapas. It's lighter than I expected, but really delicious. The olive oil in the gazpacho gives it a smooth flavor. This might be the best tortilla española I've tried. Greek moussaka, souvlaki, tzatziki. I'd like to try the moussaka, please. Could I have a serving of souvlaki with pita? Do you serve tzatziki as a side or a dip? What do you recommend, the moussaka or the souvlaki? Is the moussaka baked with eggplant or potatoes? How marinated is the meat in the souvlaki? Can I get the tzatziki without garlic? Is this dish traditional or a modern variation? The moussaka is rich, creamy, and full of flavor. The souvlaki is juicy, well-seasoned, and perfectly grilled. The tzatziki is fresh, tangy, and cool. I love the combination of flavors in the moussaka. It's more filling than I expected, but delicious. The herbs in the tzatziki really enhance the taste. This might be the best Greek meal I've had. German bratwurst, schnitzel, pretzels. I'd like to try the bratwurst, please. Could I get the schnitzel with some roasted potatoes? Are the pretzels served warm or freshly baked? Which would you recommend, the bratwurst or the schnitzel? Is the schnitzel made from pork, chicken, or veal? How flavorful is the bratwurst? Can I have a pretzel with a side of mustard? Is this a traditional German recipe? The bratwurst tastes juicy and perfectly seasoned. The schnitzel is golden, crispy, and tender inside. The pretzels are soft, warm, and slightly salty. I really enjoy the mix of flavors in this dish. It's more filling than I thought, but delicious. The mustard really enhances the taste of the bratwurst. This is one of the tastiest German meals I've had. Turkish doner kebab, baklava, meze. I'll go with the chicken doner, please. Could I have that with extra sauce? Is it possible to get the meze platter without dairy? I'd like to try a piece of baklava for dessert. Can you make that takeaway? The lamb doner is surprisingly tender. This baklava is flaky and very sweet. The meze platter offers a great variety of small dishes. It's usually served with a side of rice and pickled vegetables. The spices are really aromatic and flavorful. What kind of meat is used in your doner kebab? Is the baklava made with pistachios or walnuts? Which dipping sauce would you recommend for the meze? Are any of the meze dishes vegetarian? Could you tell me the main ingredients of the lamachan? Portuguese bacalhau, pastel de nata. I'd like 1 pastel de nata and a coffee, please. Could you recommend a good bacalhau dish? Is the bacalhau à bras served with potatoes? I'm craving something sweet, so I'll take 2 pastel de nata. Can I order the grilled bacalhau with a side salad? The pastel de nata crust is perfectly caramelized. Bacalhau is very salty, so it must be soaked before cooking. The custard filling is creamy and rich. This bacalhau dish has a wonderful savory flavor. It's often garnished with parsley and olives. How many ways can bacalhau be prepared here? Is the custard tart usually served warm or cold? Does this bacalhau à la guerrero contain any bones? What makes the crust of the pastel de nata so flaky? Could you tell me the difference between bacalhau com natas and bacalhau à gomes de sa? Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos to continue improving your English. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more lessons. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments with a yes or no. Also, I'd love to hear your suggestions on how I can make future videos even better. And if you enjoyed this lesson, feel free to share it with others.